Hello everybody, this is YaHUaH, the potential supply YaHUaH's word in your life, deny yourself daily, pick up and sake and follow YaHUaH's Messiah all day, every day. YaHUaH is YaHUaH in the flesh. All day, every day. I love you YaHUaH, I love you YaHUaH. All day, every day. Okay, this is a chapter from today, Bereshit, chapter 1, verse 26. Many people go crazy once they read this stuff. And they think, oh, there's a Trinity, or Trinity for 40, or 50, or you can name it, man. No, there's only one person, Achad, is what's called it. The Father and I are one. That is what he always say, and that is what it is, and that is what it always is. And there is no seeds is coming into the Maria. She never have a seed in her stomach. It was just the spirit of YaHUaH itself. The Ruach itself is coming in her belly and is growing as a human out of her. And YaHUaH said here, yeah, I am now in the form of a human form. I'm YaHUSHA. And he did all those things that no human can do. There you have it already. But this is another video. But what I really want to say about this Bereshit, chapter 1, verse 26, it said, let me read it for y'all, man. And YaHUaH said, let us make man in our image, according to our likeness, and let them rule over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heavens, and over the livestock, and over all the earth, and over all the creeping creatures that creeping on the ground. You see? So he said, and YaHUaH said, let us make man in our image. You see? He not say, and YaHUaH said, let me make man in mine image, according to mine likeness. No, he said, and YaHUaH said, let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. So what did it said? He said, the Ruach we know is invisible. YaHUaH is invisible. YaHUSHA is visible. So there, in the beginning, he said to YaHUSHA, the invisible person, said to the visible person, he said, let us make man in our likeness, our image. He said to himself, of course. So let me explain this more. You have a mind, soul, and body. Put those three things on the ground, on the floor, and you see those three things laying on the ground. You see a spirit, body, and of a spirit, mind, body, and soul. You see it there, those three things. And those three things are still you. And don't say, there are those three persons, man. No, it is still you. Put it, all those three together, and it make you again one person. That's soul, mind, and body. Put it in one, and it forms you. You see? So there you have it. This is no three separated things. It is just one thing. Okay, let me go back from. And YaHUaH said, let us make a man in our, according to our likeness. So he said to him from, hey, let man make us to our image. That is what he said. You see? So he said to him, you see nothing? And he said, in our image. In our image. That's what he said. The Ruach is invisible, and YaHUSHA is the visible one. The Ruach, YaHUaH. The Ruach, YaHUSHA. The Ruach, YaHUaH. The Ruach, YaHUSHA. You see? So he said, YaHUaH said to YaHUSHA from, hey man, let man make man made in our image. That is what he said to him. To himself, of course. Because the Ruach is invisible. YaHUaH is invisible. So he's dwelling like this in the visible thing. And he said to the thing, to YaHUSHA, he said, hey, let man make us in our image. You see? And then he's walking further, YaHUSHA. And he said, hey Adam, where are you? Adam said, yeah, I hide myself with some big leaves because I hide my nakedness. He said, who told you that you are naked? So there you have it already. He was walking there in the garden. If we know that YaHUaH is invisible, he cannot walk there in the garden. But his name is there standing there that he was walking in the garden. But it is YaHUSHA. You see? And as well, In Genesis chapter 18, it said he was coming to the mountains with Elijah or the other prophet, and he was coming there, and Abraham was there, and Abraham said, "Hey man, you're right here. Oh nice man, are you gonna stay here? We gonna build some tent for you and food and stuff. I gonna do it directly." He said, no, it's okay man, we talk and stuff. I said, okay, now I will fix your food and things. And he was running away and they take the food and stuff, and he was coming back and they talked a little bit and he was gone. And that's why YahuSHA always said, before Abraham I was. That's that one in chapter 18. You see? So, like I said before, YaHUaH is invisible and YahuSHA is visible. So the invisible person said to the visible person, "Hey, let man make us our image." And the visible person said, "Okay, let's do it." You see? As an example, in your head, you can write everything down in your head from just a circle. Write the circle in your head. You did it now? Okay, you did write a circle in your head. And now, you know it, everything. Now you must put it alive, make it work, and let it see that it is really there, the circle. How? I can use my body to do it, put it on the paper, and there you have it, a circle. And you see? The circle is alive, man. I say, oh, you see? But what you're doing is say, oh, I see just a circle and that's it. No, who made that circle? And who thought about that circle? And who can make this circle alive? I was the person who draw that circle, you see? And all the stuff, man. So, yeah. There are much stuff that I can talk about this stuff, but like I said, YaHUaH said, let man make us in our image. You see? So there was more persons there then. Of course, the Ruach, YaHUaH, YahuSHA, the flesh person. You see? The body, the mind and the soul. So the body is YahuSHA, the mind is YaHUaH, and the soul is YaHUaH. You see? The soul and the mind you cannot see. But the flesh you can see, the body. And that's YahuSHA. So there you have it. Okay, and as well, I come with a new video later. That video, that you will see that all those, the Old Testament is pointed out to YahuSHA, that he was coming, and that he is YaHUaH, in the flesh, all the stuff. I come with this part one. Let me put it this way. This part one. Stay tuned, everybody. YahuSHA Mighty Productions. Apply YaHUaH's word in your life. YahuSHA's word, YaHUaH's word, and deny yourself there. And pick up his stake from YaHUSHA and follow him. And YaHUaH is YaHUSHA in the flesh. If you see me, you have seen the Father. No one comes to the Father except for me. The Father and I are one. Before Abraham I was. You see? And even he okay, much love everybody. Stay tuned. All esteem to YaHUaH, YaHUaH, YahuSHA. From Messiah.